Hello, my name is Jasmine and I'm the teen librarian at the Lamont Public Library District. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a few new teen fiction and graphic novels for the month of March that you'll be able to find here at the library. At the end, I'll also be telling you about teen programs we are offering this winter and service hour opportunities that you might be interested in. Let's get started. All My Rage by Saba Tahir. Lahore, Pakistan, then. Misbah is a dreamer and storyteller, newly married to Tawfiq in an arranged match. After their young life is shaken by tragedy, they come to the United States and open the Clouds Rest Inn Motel, hoping for a new start. Juniper, California, now. Salahuddin and Noor are more than best friends. They are family. Growing up as outcasts in the small desert town of Juniper, California, they understand each other the way no one else does, until the fight, which destroys their bond with the swift fury of a star exploding. Now Saul scrambles to run the family motel as his mother Mishpa's health fails, and his grieving father loses himself to alcoholism. Noor, meanwhile, walks a harrowing tightrope, working at a wrathful uncle's liquor store while hiding the fact that she's applying to college so she can escape him and Juniper forever. When Saul's attempts to save the motel spiral out of control, and he and Noor must ask themselves what friendship is worth and what it takes to defeat the monsters in their past and the ones in their midst. From one of today's most cherished and best-selling young adult authors comes a breathtaking novel of young love, old regrets, and forgiveness. One that's both tragic and poignant in its tender ferocity. Anatomy, a love story by Dana Schwartz. Hazel Sinnott is a lady who wants to be a surgeon more than she wants to marry. Jack Courier is a resurrection man who's just trying to survive in a city where it's too easy to die. When the two of them have a chance encounter outside Edinburgh's Anatomist Society, Hazel finds nothing of it at first, but after she gets kicked out of renowned surgeon Dr. Beecham's lectures for being the wrong gender, she realizes that her new acquaintance must be more helpful than she first thought, because Hazel has made a deal with Mr. Beecham. If she can pass the medical examination on her own, Beecham will allow her to continue her medical career. Without official lessons, though, Hazel will need more than just her books. She'll need corpses to study. Luckily, that's what made the acquaintance of someone who digs them up for a living. But Jack has made his own problems. Strange men have been seen soaking around cemeteries. His friends are disappearing off the streets, and the dreaded Roman fever, which wiped out thousands a few years ago, is back with a vengeance. Nobody important cares. Until Hazel. Now Hazel and Jack must work together to uncover the secrets buried not just in unmarked graves, but in the very hearts of Edinburgh society. Alatso by Darcy Littlebadger. A Texas teen comes face to face with a cousin's ghost and vows to unmask the murderer. Alatso, Ellie for short, lives in an alternate contemporary America, shaped by the ancestral magics and knowledge of its indigenous and immigrant groups. She can raise the spirits of dead animals, most importantly her ghost dog Kirby. When her beloved cousin dies, all signs point to a car crash, but his ghost tells her otherwise. He was murdered. Who killed him and how did he die? With the help of her family, her best friend Jay, and the memory of her great-great-grandmother, Alatso must track down the killer and unravel the mystery of this creepy town and its dark past. But will the nefarious townsfolk and a mysterious doctor stop her before she gets started? Galleon by V.E. Schwab. Olivia Pryor has grown up in Maryland's school for girls, and all she has of her past is her mother's journal, which seems to unravel into madness. Then a letter invites Olivia to come home to Galleon. Yet when Olivia arrives, no one is expecting her. But Olivia is not about to leave the first place that feels like home. It doesn't matter if her cousin Matthew is hostile, or if she sees half-formed ghouls haunting the hallways. Olivia knows that Gallant is hiding secrets, and she is determined to uncover them. When she crosses a ruined wall at just the right moment, Olivia finds herself in a place that is Gallant, but not. The manor is crumbling, the ghouls are solid, and a mysterious figure rules over them all. Now Olivia sees what has unraveled generations of her family, and where her father may have come from. Olivia has always wanted to belong somewhere, but will she take her place as a prior, protecting our world against the master of the house, or will she take her place beside him? I Must Betray You by Ruda Septis. Romania, 1989. Communist regimes are crumbling across Europe. 17-year-old Christian Florescu dreams of becoming a writer, but Romanians aren't free to dream. They are bound by rules and force. Amidst the tyrannical dictatorship of Nicolae Ceausescu, in a country governed by isolation and fear, Christian is blackmailed by the secret police to become an informer. He's left with only two choices: betray everyone and everything he loves, or use his position to creatively undermine the most notorious evil dictator in Eastern Europe. Christian risks everything to unmask the truth behind the regime, give voice to fellow Romanians, and expose to the world what is happening in his country. He eagerly joins the revolution to fight for change when the time arrives. But what is the cost of freedom? The Loop by Ben Oliver. Life inside the Loop, the futuristic death row for teens under 18, is one long repetitive purgatory. But when news of the encroaching chaos in the outside world reaches the inmates and disorder begins to strike, the prison becomes the least of their worries. Perfect for fans of the Fifth Wave and the Maze Runner. It's Luca Kane's 16th birthday, and he's been inside the Loop for over 2 years. Every inmate is serving a death sentence with the option to push back their execution date by 6 months, if they opt into delays. Scientific and medical experiments for the benefit of the elite in the outside world. But rumors of a war on the outside are spreading amongst the inmates, and before they know it, their torturous routine becomes disrupted. The government-issued rain stops falling, strange things are happening to the guards, and it's not long until the inmates are left alone inside the prison, where the chains that shackled Luca to his cell are the only instruments left to keep him safe. In a thrilling shift, he must overcome fellow prisoners, hell-bent on killing him, the warden losing her mind, the rabid rats in the train tunnels, and a population turned into murderous monsters to try and break out of the loop, save his family, and discover who is responsible for the chaos that has been inflicted upon the world. The Most Dazzling Girl in Berlin by Kip Wilson. After her 18th birthday, Hilda, a former orphan in 1930s Berlin, goes out into the world to discover her place in it. But finding a job is hard, at least until she stumbles into Café Lila, a vibrant cabaret full of expressive customers, and Rosa, the club's waitress and performer. As the cafe and all who work there embrace Hilda, and she embraces them in return, she discovers her voice and her own blossoming feelings for Rosa. But Berlin is in turmoil, between the elections, protests in the street, and the beginning seeds of unrest in Café Lila itself. Hilda will have to decide what's best for her future, and what it means to love a place on the cusp of war. One for All by Lila Lanoff. Tanya de Batz is most herself with a sword in her hand. Everyone thinks her near constant dizziness makes her weak. Nothing but a sick girl. But Tanya wants to be strong, independent, a fencer like her father, a former musketeer and her greatest champion. Then Papa is brutally, mysteriously murdered. His dying wish? For Tanya to attend finishing school. But La Academia de Maris, Tani realizes, is no finishing school. It's a secret training ground for new musketeers. Women who are societals on the surface, but strap daggers under their skirts, seduce men into giving up dangerous secrets, and protect France from a downfall. And they don't shy away from a sword fight. With her newfound sisters at her side, Tanya feels that she has a purpose, that she belongs. But then she meets Etienne, her target in uncovering a potential assassination plot. He's kind, charming, and might have information about what really happened to her father. Torn between duty and dizzying emotion, Tanya will have to decide where her loyalties lie, or risk losing everything she's ever wanted. Now on to graphic novels. Messy Roots, a graphic memoir of a Wuhanese American. After spending her early years in Wuhan, China, riding water buffaloes and devouring stinky tofu, Laura immigrates to Texas, where her hometown is as foreign as Mars, at least until 2020, when COVID-19 makes Wuhan a household name. In Messy Roots, Laura illustrates her coming of age as the girl who simply wants to make the basketball team, escape Chinese school, and figure out why girls make her heart flutter. Toilet-Bound Hanakukun, Volume 1, by Adiro. Hanaku-san, are you there? At Kamomi Academy, rumors abound about the school's 7 mysteries, one of which is Hanaku-san, said to occupy the 3rd stall of the 3rd-floor girls' bathroom in the old school building. Hanako-san grants any wish when summoned. Nene Yashiro, an occult-loving high school girl who dreams of romance, ventures into this haunted bathroom. But the Hanaku she meets there is nothing like she imagined. Komomi Academy's Hanako-san is a boy. This winter, for tween and teen programs, we are offering Anime and Manga Club, Teen Volunteer Squad meetings, Chapter Chat Book Club, D&D, Artful Afternoons, and Board Game and Chess Club. We are also doing 100 books before graduation, where you read 100 books before graduating, log them through our Beanstack app, and win prizes along the way to 100. For service hours, we have our Character Pen Pal program, where you can sign up to write letters to children as your favorite character. This winter, the characters are Moana, Snoopy, and Winnie the Pooh. We also have book reviews and advanced reader copy book reviews where you get to keep the title after reviewing it. If you would like more information about programs or service hour opportunities, you can contact me at jwilson@lamontlibrary.org. Thank you and have a great day.